Hey y'all, this Willie Bill. I got a review for you this week, and it is of this hammer. Now, I don't know if somebody requested a review of this hammer. For some reason, I had it in my notes that I needed to review this hammer. There's also a possibility that I've already reviewed this hammer and I've lost track of the videos that I've made previously. So feel free to do some research. Figure out if I'm a dummy and I'm reviewing the same thing. If you're the person that suggested I review this, please let me know, because I'd like to understand why this was on the list and why I'm reviewing a hammer that don't have metal sides. I will admit this is actually a hammer I use quite a bit, so let's get to it. This hammer in particular is shaped like a hammer, double-sided hammer, just like many hammers are shaped. This one is made by a company called Vaughan, V-A-U-G-H-A-N, made in the USA. It's got a weight on there. It's too scratched up to read, so I don't know how much this hammer weighs. Wooden handle, metal top, not metal heads. And what's the point, Willie? Why would I want a hammer that don't have metal heads on it? Well, the reason is sometimes you're hitting material that you don't want to deform. I'm going to try that again. Sometimes you're hitting material that you don't want to deform. Deform means change the form of, not like Wonder Twin powers or something like that. More like a chunk of metal on a bicycle. You're going to hit it because you need it to like move. If you use a metal hammer, you're going to make a bunch of dents in it, smoosh the metal, and then maybe that piece isn't going to work right anymore. Now I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to admit I didn't try this ahead of time, so I don't know how it's going to go. This is a chunk of metal. Do a simple demonstration. There's a knife. This has a metal handle on the end. This is like a part that sticks out on purpose so you can smash things. And not just smash things. Now I made some dents in here. You can see the hitting with this is not nice to the metal. Not at all. So, if you could see that, but there's some nice little dings in here, and you could see they took the shape of the thing I was hitting them with. Same thing's going to happen if you use a metal hammer. Now this has a rubber side and it has a plastic side. And when I hit this piece of metal, that was a surprise. I made a spring. You see that? I was like science show. Willie Bill's outdoor and science show. I bent a piece of metal into a shape and it just returned to the shape it was previously. We still got the dings from the metal on the back of the knife. And now it sprung back and made a loud noise, so that's very exciting. Now if I hit this with the rubber and metal side, you can see I flattened it, but I didn't leave any dings like that. So that's really the difference. It's that simple. You're going to use a hammer like this to manipulate something, loosen something, whatever, and you're not going to ding it up, you're not going to ruin it because it's got plastic and the rubber side. And that's really it. Pretty straightforward. I wouldn't want to get hit by this. That'd still be terrible. I think these are probably harder than a human bone, so maybe still not recommend it to like hit yourself in the hand. You know, it's in like, you don't want to hammer nails with this. That'd be disaster. If you try to hammer nails, the nails are just going to push up into the plastic and destroy it. So don't do that. This hammer is purely for moving stuff. Bearing cup. Trying to think what else. I think I've just had things that just kind of seized up and you need to get a hit on it. And you could see how deformed this thing is from the different stuff that I've hit. a lot easier to replace a hammer than to replace maybe a bike frame or something like that. So that's the reason for that. And I hope that's helpful to you. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you subscribe, like, tell your friends, and we'll see you next week. All right, take care, y'all. Yeah, that's still terrible.